What is going on, everybody? It is Mike Pence with a special guest here, the joy of all joys, Almond Joy. How are you, Almond Joy?
I'm doing great.
I said joy a lot. That was too many times. So yes, we have a awesome predator brought to us by yours truly, Almond Joy. And that is Mr. James Jim Rutherford, the teacher from Cincinnati, Ohio, IU Rutherford. So he definitely was one of those predators that everyone knows, top five, bottom five, hated, loved, wherever. He gave Chris quite the interview, and yeah, he was quite the player, and he had a cool boy Corvette. It's interesting that at the age of 26, he was a sixth grade teacher in Cincinnati, Ohio, drove a Corvette, and I'm the same age, but yeah, so this will be fun. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna get to hear a lot of the inside scoop as much as we can from our lovely Almond Joy, and she will interrupt me and tell me to shut up from time to time, and she will interject things that you guys actually want to hear, not my blabbering crap. So, without further ado, we will dive right into this. So, this will probably be about an hour. We're not going to sit here and go over the entire chat log. I think that's more than enough. I think Almond Joy doesn't want to relive that to that extent. So
No.
we'll do about an hour and change, or probably, about an hour. And yeah, so again, and if anyone has questions, please just feel free to blurt them out via the text chat. So, Princess Danica. Is it Danica or
Danica.
Danica?
Danica.
Danica. Okay, like Danica Patrick, but with a K. Was that what the inspiration might have come from?
No, I just picked it.
Oh, okay. I think she was. I think she was racing back then. She was just starting out. Could be wrong. But anyways, so yeah, I had the link to the first contact. That was the. This was what started out at first, but wasn't put onto the website.
Correct.
Gotcha. So, and this is this like his little like avatar thing. This teacher
Yeah.
is it? Oh god, that's even worse.
Yeah, it is.
Oh gosh. What's going on, Roscoe? Diet chicken from Cincy. What's going on, Molly? So yes, um, yes, I love how it's a teacher. I love it. Gotta. So this starts off March 18th, 2006. So around winter, spring break. Um, so did you add in these the blue comments, or was
Yeah.
that
The blue comments is my
okay?
commentary.
Cool. So right away it's the ASL. Or you asked ASL and watching some hoops. Oh good lord! You did that like scream like douchebag right away to you?
A little bit.
I can, I'd imagine so. Surprised anyone who's young in here. So he's already acknowledging the fact that she's young. So,
Yes.
um, and then he's already a teacher.
Yeah, when he said that out, gave me the chills.
Oh God! And then when he said sixth grade, not much younger
Oh,
than you.
that was worse.
Did he? Were you talking to any other predators at the time, and you saw that, and you're just like, I got to. This is my main focus.
Oh, yes. He
Mm.
was one of them.
Oh man. Let's see. Monsters. I'm not a monster though.
Oh, but yes, you are.
hmm Yeah, he is a monster. So I guess I'll just ask this straight up. So were you privy to like his other legal, mishaps? I think because he had been talking to what other decoys, or he was, not, or I guess he got caught. Like, did you? I don't know off the top of my head. Maybe someone does, but were you in the know-how of any of that?
That he got arrested a second time?
Yeah, or something. He
I
got
haven't
caught.
heard about that.
I think he did. I don't know. So other people definitely know more about that than I did. I,
Yeah,
I
me
should have
too.
researched it more, but yeah, he he got caught chatting with other girls or something. I think in Indiana though.
Ugh.
So
Yeah, he was talking to a detective in Indiana
Mm-hmm.
at the same time as he was talking to me.
Yeah, I think that was what was going on. So I think he got in trouble for that too, because I'm sure that they found out he was to catch a predator. And then,
Yep.
so um, let's see. So there's a pic of me on my pro. Did you actually think he was a cutie?
No,
Not even.
but I had to tell him he was.
Of course, no, of course. Um, what picture was this? Was it this picture that he was using that he sent to you right away? Was this the first one?
Yes,
And
that's
sent
when he was on webcam. Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see. Back down. Let's see. And then he brings out. Then he talks about his car, his Corvette. Were you surprised when you found out he drove a Corvette?
Yeah, when he pulled up, I was quite surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of theories in terms of what like how he got that. I think it was inherited or something. Maybe it was like
Mm-hmm.
an older, like his dad maybe was a big Corvette guy and he was like a
Yeah.
hand-me-down or something. So I'm sure you know that he was on. I think either I mentioned this or someone probably told you that he was on a Corvette forum.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he put it on there. So let's see. Hang on, let me get it. Oh, so did you specifically create the MySpace
Yes, I
for
did.
this? Okay, and then you had to like
Yeah.
delete it and everything.
Yeah. And the picture that he was seeing was of a 13-year-old with kind of a goth girl with really short, dark black hair.
Mm-hmm.
That'll come into play later into the chat.
Okay, cool. Because I know that she was, or the Decoy. I think we were talking about this offline, but the Decoy. I just spaced out. The NBC, yeah, NBC used the Decoy later on. So was that kind of after that handoff to Dell? Was when the NBC got involved, or like the NBC brought the Decoy in?
I think she was already there, and they just decided to use her for the teacher.
Mm-hmm. Because he was so flippant on the webcam.
Oh, yeah.
Or was it just because like, oh, this is a high profile teacher, like we
It's
got
because he was a teacher.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Because you remember he took his shirt off too.
Yes.
Mm.
Did not impress me.
Should have slipped one in there. I'm like, I've seen better. Let's see. So someone said, why did this dumbass think it was a good idea to tell you he was a teacher? Yeah, I mean, were you surprised that he told you he was a teacher that early on? Like not nonchalant?
Not really.
Yeah.
They come out pretty quick and tell you what they are.
Yeah. I'm just surprised. For as I'm not saying every teacher's smart, but I mean as educated as they should be and everything and how they go through the entire process, they should at least be careful with anything. I mean, any teacher should be careful any information they give out to their students in personal life. That's crazy. And that's what I understand sometimes with these guys. What's going on, Mr. Clobberin? Awesome. Always glad to have you here with us. He says hello as well to you, Mrs. AJ. Must do such a weirdo. We all live. You mean Nicholas Penny said, you mean the Greenville Police Department's new Corvette?
Exactly.
So did he ever get it back?
I don't think so.
Wow. Because I mean, he probably went to jail, and I don't know if he bailed out and was able to. Well, so I mean, I don't know if you were part of this, but like, so some it seemed like some police forces took the car in because they were saying it was used in the commission of a felony.
Yeah, impounding them and seize the assets.
Yeah, but then it seemed like in other places that they didn't do that. Like I think, let's see, Flagler Beach, I think, was one of the TCAP stings. Like it seemed like they didn't do that. So they did that in Ohio, right? Well, they probably impound the shit out of that Corvette. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, he's very stupid. Yeah, they're all very stupid, of course. Do you talk to people my age often? No, you got any pets? My rat died? What the hell? A rat? That's crazy. Wait, you said you had a pet, right? Oh, let's see. Ew, my cat would have ate it. Oh. Do you actually have a cat named Big Mac?
No.
No.
I have a cat named Buttercup and Pumpkin.
Kind of close. It's kind of close. Did you ever use their names for any of these guys?
No. I'm not going to put my cats in the chair.
Hey, I mean, they have to do their part too, right? They got to be heroes sometime.
Yeah.
I've met some really hot goth chicks. Good lord, just the douche alert goes off pretty hard. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, the kids at my school think goth kids worship Satan or something. That's crazy. They worship. Well, I mean, kind of, because the school he teaches at is a Catholic school. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like being goth at a Catholic school. I think goes a longer way, but yeah, in public school. So when he said this, when you said I used to go to this Christian school, did you know that he taught at a Catholic school, or you just were saying that? No. Oh, okay.
I was just saying that.
That's funny. Are you doing anything fun tonight? I'm grounded. Oh, I see. Can't help you there. I suck at math. Oh, man. That's, so it was like he wanted to be the teacher. Another one of those guys that wanted to be a teacher. Let's see. So you did have a boyfriend at the time, but you guys broke up because he was a jerk. Because boys are stupid. Every time I read a chat, it's always like boys are dumb. Boys at my school are stupid. I love that.
Yeah.
I get a little offended. So when he said this, when he said he was married, was there any like, oh God, this is not good, or you just were like, oh, another one bites the dust, another married man?
She had already come to decide she was going to divorce him that week we were chatting.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel bad for him at all.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because I guess they were pretty much on the fence.
Yeah.
So how many? So like, I guess on average, because I love how a lot of guys love to ask for picks. Like, usually, do you just have one and just say screw you guys, or do you try to have multiple of the same person?
We try to have at least 5 of the same person.
Okay, gotcha. Well, see that, because that was one thing. Well, I guess I'll bring Lauren into this because he's the Lauren Armstrong. People comment on him because he was stupid enough to believe that. I guess the decoy that used the pictures, I think it was like different girls. He believed all of it. Have you ever had that encounter where you were desperate, but so you had to use like a different girl and it still worked? I guess in Rutherford. Yeah. I guess Rutherford.
Well, this one was one for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. I have a cam, but it's not on. Mom won't let me have one. She's really a bitch. Ouch. So like, that was like the wildest story that you created for a decoy. I don't think I asked you that before. Like, what was like the wildest one where you just like kept just with these like insane stories and these guys just believed it?
Well, we couldn't tell too many insane stories or mention that we had been molested or not, or things like that in the chat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So was there ever like a discrepancy of like having a sexually experienced decoy versus a 13-year-old, 14-year-old versus like a
It
non-experienced one?
depended on the jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm.
Like Laguna Beach wanted us to play virgins,
Mm-hmm.
14, no sex, um, no abuse. And there were some other jurisdictions that let you do whatever you wanted to do. Within
Okay.
there, you didn't, as long as the age was right,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't care.
And was there a was it easier to portray one over the other?
It was for me.
Mm-hmm.
I like to play the little goth girls because it's nothing like me.
Yeah. Oh, I guess like it was back in '06. I mean, that was like the peak time for
Hmm.
Hot Topic and all that shit. I can't say that I didn't dabble. I didn't dabble, but I really didn't do that much. I didn't dabble like too much. I was just a little emo kid, but it was not like all that music and dress like that.
Hmm.
So, um, yeah. Let's see. So okay. Ooh, jailbait. See, what I don't understand is like he should know this every day that he goes in a classroom. He should know
Exactly.
this. So I mean, was your mind like racing when you're sitting here talking to him and he's like the same age, or you're like the same age of like who he teaches? Like, were you just all these like different theories and I guess scenarios in your head of like him being a teacher that raced through your head while you were talking to him?
Yeah, unfortunately, I wanted to stab him through the internet.
Mm-hmm. I completely understand that. Completely understand that. I understand. Let's see, because he gets pretty into the whole the flirtiness into this. Oh, I love this. So I did a chat last night, or yesterday. It lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. Um, but I love when I shouldn't say love is okay. Love from this standpoint is not actually love, but it's ironic in a satirical way that I love when they always ask like they like to be asked questions.
Hmm.
Um, like what do you like? Why do they do that? In like your opinion, like why do they always love questions?
I think they use it to make sure the kid doesn't get away.
Mm-hmm. And it's like a sexual satisfaction or something, I
Yeah,
guess.
and they also want the kid to bring up sex, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Here we go. You have your first question from the audience. Shin Koala wants to know: have you ever played a male decoy?
no, I have not.
Hmm. Okay. Because boys are stupid. Boys that age are dumb. Here. Let's see. So at the time of talking to Rutherford, would you have a pretty busy? Because I think you talked about you were still having like a full time job, and you obviously with the personal life and everything. So was this like a rough time for you to talk to him, or it was pretty seamless?
No, it wasn't. I was used to having 3 or 4 cases at a time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Um, let's see. Let's see how long you grounded for? 2 weeks. Was that like so was that like the whole thing, like so from when you like first like when the first contact was made, like the sting was in 2 weeks? Is that why you just said 2 weeks, or was there just it was
Yeah,
just a random?
exactly.
Oh, okay, cool, nice. I just next time I'll turn my camera on again. Oh, good luck. Even though I'm ugly. Man. Oh, this I feel like and this is where he gets into his excuse me, his flirty teacher chat.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it. How hard did you cringe when he started doing this? Like that's it. I'd be flattered. Wink, wink at you and stuff. I think these. I think Chris read these lines out. I think Chris read these lines out. I think in like the full version, he read a lot of this stuff out. Is it wait have you seen like the whole thing? Is it like just kind of brush your own shoulders like yeah that's my work. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
making it.
I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was me.
blame you. I don't blame you. I would do the same thing. Me. Oh man. Let's see. You don't seem slutty. Wait, you don't seem slutty like that. Wow. Girls at my school think I am. They start. Oh, geez. So was this like a way to kind of when you like was there like a motive behind saying like oh girls think I'm a slut. They start rumors. Was there like a reason behind that, or it just to say something, or just to see if he'd bite on it? And
Just to basically say, the girl was kind of isolated and didn't have a lot of friends,
Mhm.
and she needed someone that understood her.
Oh yeah. Okay, gotcha. I figured. I was just not being a slut.
And seeing that's he starts the risk assessment here.
Oh, okay. I like to kiss and I like boys. I love it. I like to kiss and I like boys.
But I'm not a slut.
Well, at this school, was it St. Margaret of York? Yeah, you would definitely be a little gothy little skis.
Yep.
So, um, what's interesting is I'm pretty sure I know where the school is. I think I've driven by it before, because the ex that I was talking about, like she lives in the same town as the school.
Hmm.
And we're saying that like she has friends that went there, but she didn't go. So I asked her, I said, why didn't you go there since it's so close to your house? And she said, well, I'm not a Catholic, I'm a Christian. So I just laughed at her when she told me that. Yeah, boys like to talk and spread rumors too, because boys are so stupid. Oh, I was just a nerd. No one wanted to kiss me when I was your age. Well, no one wants to kiss me when I'm his age. Then again, nothing has really changed. As he's like married, well, about to not be married. But I like how he says that. Like how he likes to throw in like the little sad face. Like, oh, no one wants to kiss me now. Uh so when you asked this, did you think he would tell you? You were like 50-50?
50-50. I knew he
Yeah.
either would or he would not. And you can see he didn't waste any time in answering it.
That's crazy.
In all my chats, I try to find out what they do
Yeah.
pretty early on to see, where they need to be prioritized.
And this is obviously top priority. Did you immediately Google St. Margaret of York?
No, I had my research team do that.
Mm-hmm. That's no, of course it's I find out it's like a middle school. Put your shirt back on. He didn't have the cam on. He just said he had his shirt off, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh man, let's see what anyone else has. Any other questions? Rutherford might be smart enough to not shit where he eats. Are the schools notified to prevent Walter Baps? Yeah. So was the school? That's actually a really good question. Do appreciate that question. Yeah. So when is there that like go ahead to contact the school? Like after the sting, or they try to?
He called the school himself
Oh.
when they were taking him in for booking.
Mm-hmm.
And resigned. Told him what was going on.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because Shin Squall, because Walter Babs did the pretty much the exact opposite. He was teaching. He got busted Wednesday or Saturday. Was back in school Monday. So
Ugh,
yeah, yeah, it
that guy
was.
was a
He's
nut.
yeah. So um, boys are still dumb at this age. This is one of those legendary predators. I never really got to see him. Yeah, Rutherford is going to get his ass doxxed if he keeps reporting. Yeah, so yeah, I think we talked about this. Yeah, so Rutherford really likes to report a lot of these videos. He likes to get a lot of shit taken down. So I don't know if he's really successful or not, but I mean he is successful. So that's why I put it under like Corvette Predator because he's one of those guys that's able to take stuff down. And it works for him. And I don't know. There's some other predators I can't think outside my head that they're able to get everything taken down. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm I'm assuming that's probably one of the huge reasons why Mr. Irk wants to privatize PJ more so because I mean was he getting a lot of heat from predators and stuff because of I guess assholes like me doing
I
this?
don't think so.
Mm,
I mean, he got a lot of heat from a lot of people during TCAF and
mm-hmm,
during our whole run.
mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I figured. I understand. I'm sure he wants to be a little more control of his stuff now.
Yeah.
Now he wants more control.
Well, it
Um,
was his baby.
yeah, no, of course. So I understand it completely. I get it. You know, especially with a lot of the how much the past comes back to bite us with internet shit and everything. I mean, look at my state of Virginia. I mean, the top three leaders in my state are all under fire and are under heat
Mm.
for stuff. So yeah, here in Virginia. Let's see. Yeah, Rutherford. Well, so yeah, Rutherford was married. Um, was he showing a video at the same time of the chat, and could she see it? Eventually, yeah. Eventually, he was on the webcam. Yeah, of course. Um, Shinkwal, was she a volunteer? She was a volunteer, yes. Yeah. So what's going on, CTP? Yeah. So here we go. I had it off before. Now I'll survive. He warm. Still say that would be bad because I'd want to hug back. Ugh, repulsive. Yeah, I think as you said, like your mind started racing when you saw all these things, knowing that he was a middle
Hmm.
school teacher. Um, so you said so even though he called the school once he was getting booked and everything, was you guys didn't try to before? You guys usually wait till after the booking process. Like if had he not reached out to the school, that
We
makes
wouldn't have reached out to his school until he was convicted and was legally able to post.
okay, gotcha. Has there been trouble in the past of reaching out to schools, or you just didn't want to have that legal battle of trying to say, oh well, it's they're framing me, or was it defamation, whatever that word is?
No, there wasn't any fear of that.
Okay, gotcha. Well, what if I wanted to kiss you? LOL. JK. You're not just kidding. You're not. He is not kidding. I don't think he was kidding. You're not like 30. Wait, hold on. I love to kiss. But with someone twice your age, so you're not like 30. You're doing a good job of grooming him and making him feel better. He's not 30, he's 26.
Uh-huh.
Hey. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm the same age. I'm 26 too, but I'm not out here chatting up 13-year-old girls. I'm just
Yep.
analyzing men that chat up 13-year-old girls. There's a clear distinction. I guess I'd kiss you too then. Um, let's see. So we're just doing all this. They're just going back and forth. You don't dress slutty and you're a virgin, which is a good thing. You're not a bad girl. Huh? Did you ever say that? Or he just assumes that since
I didn't say that. He just assumed it, I guess.
he was prodding.
Hmm.
Bad boy. I dress. Oh wow. I dress normal. Cool. Whatever normal is. Granted, my pants were falling off today. Oh god. Needed a belt. So my ass and undies were like hanging out. Oh, I wonder if he was teaching
Probably.
or it was spring break or something. Hmm.
Well, he also was the girls hockey coach.
Oh god. So he was out on the ice rink in his boxers at probably at some point. Skating down. Oh god. Maybe you are naughty. I'm not like that too often here. You must be special. Oh god. Do you use tongue when you kiss? Ooh. Yes, you do. Now I want to. Wow, man, he is. And see, all of this is within um 2 hours. No, wait,
Hmm.
3. So it's 2:16, and he's within 2 hours. He's already talking about kissing. He's already established everything that you'd need.
Yes.
Um,
All the intents were there.
hmm Age, location. He's got
Hmm.
his age, his location, his profession. Talking about very suggestive language at the least,
Yeah.
and then showing his butt, and then tongue kissing. Now I want to kiss you. So now it's like he wants to engage in sexual activity.
That's intent right there.
Mm-hmm. And this is all within around 3 hours.
Hmm.
That's crazy. Do you think there? So, I mean, I think he tries to portray it to Chris, not as 100%, but he tries to use like, oh, my wife and I
Hmm.
divorced, blah blah blah. But then he also tries to. I don't know if it's for sympathy and honesty, but he also talks about the young thing. So do you think it's all that he wants a young girl, or do you think this like divorce has pushed him so far and like women in this age he can connect with because that's who he's around the most, or do you think he's like just really just a pervert regardless?
I think he's a perv regardless. He did
Mhm.
it mention to Chris or the cops in one of the interviews that as he aged, the girls he was attracted to stayed the same age.
Mhm.
So
Hmm.
he might have been someone that would never offend, but I think probably the cause of the stress that was in his life that week
Mhm.
probably pushed him over the edge
Yeah.
to coming.
Mhm. So he should never been a teacher at that point if he had
Mm-mm.
that, especially at that age.
Yep.
Um, yeah, conscious type person. Yeah, he did resign from the jail. What's going on, Angelo? Um, he could countersue or sue his employer if he had happened to beat the sting charges. Well, he had already resigned. Um, sorry, to keep asking stupid questions, but were you deputized in later stings?
No.
No. Okay. Um, I think in-person decoys were deputized. Oh, the in-person ones were deputized,
Yeah.
right?
Fragdale and somebody else
Mm-hmm.
were deputized in Darke County,
Mm.
Ohio.
Good old Dark County, Ohio, middle of nowhere. Let's see. Did she get a good look at his baby Grim Reaper? Oh, his tattoo.
I didn't see it.
No, she didn't see it. Plus, he had already exposed himself to undercover officer prior to this. That's
She
funny.
had.
Yeah.
He was talking with a detective in Indiana,
Mm-hmm.
and he faced charges after this chat there with her. He was actually masturbating on cam for her, which in
Was there
Indiana has a
masturbation
good
involved?
sentence for.
Yeah, yeah. So it's crazy. Is I had a neighbor that I like in my old neighborhood. I had a neighbor that popped up. He moved in and he was on the registry. Um, and come to find out, he had pretty much done that same thing. He was like on Skype, like wanking it, and I guess allegedly he was like, "Oh, I was drunk," but he had like a wife.
Exactly.
So
I was drunk. I didn't know what I was doing.
yeah, it was weird. I mean, he would like never be around. I would see her, and she just never would talk to people, and she kind of looked all stuck up. But it's really interesting. Like I don't know about the like this. I don't know if there's different laws, like severity of degrees of being an RSO in here in Virginia. There was like a school within walking distance, like 0.2 miles away. So I don't know if he literally was able to. I don't know. It's interesting. He's a very generic white male, generic white family or couple rather. Did Almond meet Smitty and Sully? Nah, she wishes she could have met them. So, collaborating time. He's definitely one of the biggest reasons why I was able to get into doing this. We were doing an analyzation of his actual interview, and we just like made up friends that he had because he's Mr. Sports Bar playing hoops. So we figured he had like a frat name. So his frat name would be like Ruthless J. And his two friends that he hangs out with the most and is a douche, like the biggest douchebags with, are like Smitty and Sully. Those are his two boys, his main boys. He like goes cruising in the Corvette with, and I feel like they have like Mustangs. They probably have Mustangs.
That's ridiculous.
Can't see. Diet Chicken wants to know what you think. What do you think of kids? How kids talked then compared to now? But via, I'm not sure.
The different technologies or the way they chat.
I guess just like all the new technology and way that the kids can chat and are even more accessible by old men.
They are now. There are so many avenues. Game servers, Discord. The Disney Channel sites where they go and hang out in chat rooms. But there, and what's the hookup app where you swipe?
There's like the Tinder one, and there's the Whisper one.
Yeah, I think Tinder. I've heard of a couple of arrests coming out of there.
Yeah, with the new stings that happened a couple of years ago, HVP, the Handsome vs. Predator, they were using a thing called Whisper, which keeps you anonymous until you like. So you can like do all the grooming at first anonymously, and then you can dive into it. So, yeah. Let's see. Now she knows what's good with Clara. Jasper and Chino was the only one who used "I was drunk" defense. Paloma didn't use that. Spinning Slide for Life. I'm just trying to go through this. Yeah. Okay. Some kids go on Tinder and Grindr. Yeah, kids go on Tinder and Grindr. Yep. Of course. They always do. Oh, you got to go help your mother. I'll be back on later.
Yeah, that's another confirmation of my age.
You got to go help mommy. So, I guess this isn't necessarily I guess what I'm trying to ask. I'm reading this as I'm trying to ask a question. So when do you like make sure you give yourself enough time to like get all the P's and Q's out of the way of like age, intent, location, job, everything before you like stop talking? I gotta go help my mom. Or like if real life just comes the way, you just say, "Hey, I'll talk to you later," or do you like make yourself try to stay on until you can talk to them again? You know what I mean?
Real kids get on and off, and we were trying to emulate real kids, so I couldn't sit there and talk for 8 hours straight. And you got to get up and go and move around. So,
okay. So I didn't know if there was like, if you were like, I don't want to lose him, or I also don't want to just let him get away. One that got away. After the initial conversation, did you ever want to like reach out to him first?
No,
or you
not at all.
You never wanted. You just wanted him to come to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It always looks better in court records.
Mm-hmm. Was there like a set amount of days that you give him until you reach out, or you just say, okay, whatever?
No, that comes up pretty quick. All the information about him.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what was asked?
Well, I'm saying, like, say that they don't reach out to you the next day. Like, is there a set amount of days that you'll give them until you reach back out?
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Once they make first contact, we can message them back anytime.
Okay. So just he's working out. Ooh, cool hugs.
Yeah.
He's working out. If I type slow, it's because I'm talking between sets. Ooh. But you're like, wow, this is a hot man right here. Let's see, where are you up to? Chatting, anyone fun? Some crazy guy that wants to come take pics. Was that really happening?
Probably.
That is crazy. It probably was. Okay, can I go to your house and take pictures of you? I mean, and it's crazy with the guys that did show up with cameras. It's always fun when those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Have fun, but it's just like improves intent more. It's okay, maybe someday. You're quiet. I thought you were working out. I am, but I can chat still. Still trying to impress you.
Oh, yeah. He's working out.
He's working out hard. I've actually lost weight lately. Must be doing something right. There you go. He is a gym rat, so.
Yeah.
How tall are you? 5'1". Tiny. Well, I mean, don't act surprised, idiot. I mean, you teach these kids.
Exactly.
Only
No,
like 5'8". Why? So it's weird how. Yeah. Why did you ask how much you weigh and or height? I mean, what is he?
Trying to get a picture in his head of what's going to be his triumph.
Oh man, well, it's so much weirder this since he's like he teaches girls the same age, so he has a. It's even weirder for him to ask that. Would Almond go on TikTok and sing "Green Day Time of Your Life" with Ruthless J? That's his shit, boy. That probably is. It is Ruthless J. I could see Ruthless J actually, or yeah, Rutherford being into like the emo, like goth scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like he likes that stuff. That's funny.
He probably thought he was emo because he had Baby Grim Reaper tattooed on his back.
Mm-hmm. He's like, death, yeah. Oh man.
Just to show you how much this guy was intending to hurt a child, there was actually a photo change in the middle of the chat that went from the picture I was using to the picture of the on-site decoy. He should have known then because he thought he was talking to, a 13-year-old goth girl. And then I turn around and give him pics of the on-site decoy who looks nothing like me or nothing like the picture I was using. It didn't even slow him down.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and I do agree. It shows the level of danger that these guys pose. And
I mean, if he'd paid close enough attention, he would have known right now, right then, that he was fucked and he should have cut off the chat.
Hey, I mean, it was just an excuse for him to put his hands on you, winky face. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they try like put a wig on the NBC decoy to make her look gothy? Because I think I remember their picture.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't think. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be the same. I forgot what the girl's name is. I think her name was. It was Amanda. Yeah,
Emily, I believe.
or Emily. I
Emily.
mean, this is a picture I'm thinking about. Oh, but
Yeah,
this is
that's
from
where they put
Georgia.
the. Yeah, but that. Yeah, she
Uh,
didn't look like that whenever.
okay, yeah, okay, never mind then. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the picture I was thinking about, but that's from Georgia because they're trying to like portray Dell as a black girl.
Yeah.
Um, just doesn't. I mean, it worked for some of those guys, but that's funny. Um, I mean, was it? Did you ever know? What was ever the reason to try to do that? Do you know? Because you did do someone from that sting. I mean, was there ever like any like explanation of like, hey, we want to try black girls?
No, that always came from administration of what we could play and couldn't play and what they wanted to do.
Oh, that's strange. Yeah, it was interesting watching that sting because they were like really trying to pull off a black girl, but it's just like
It
it's
just
like
didn't.
yeah, it was just like it was like using Dell, who's very pale, and trying to yeah. I mean, it worked, but just it was just interesting. It seemed more of a
And that
struggle.
just shows you how much they want the sex with the kid.
No, that's very
It's like, I didn't even know you look like that.
no, that's very true. Yeah, I mean, because some of the guys, I think a couple of guys didn't come in because they were like, but it's like, why come that far? Good
Yeah.
point. um, yeah, that's true. Shin wants to know how you linked up with for Justice. Like, he obviously didn't see my other video with you, but you're able to just tell real quick.
How I hooked up with PJ.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I saw a news article or a news story on an Albuquerque news show,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I was living out there about perverted justice. And from there, I went to the site, and I worked as a volunteer for about 6 months, keeping up with news of actual cases where kids had been abducted from meeting somebody on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I became a contributor.
Oh, nice. Let's see. Let's see. I'll watch Dune's podcast on Kane. Um, the wig looks ridiculous. Yeah, the wig. Yeah, everyone's commenting about the wig. Um, the TCAP crew. Yeah, I think Contact Person is joking around, but he said the TCAP crew lacked diversity. Wasn't very woke. Let's go on, Tom. Um, the blonde helmet wig got Jesus Rocks pretty good. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so you were living out in Albuquerque and saw yeah, because they were getting some publicity in the early to mid 2000s. I mean, they were
Oh,
really
yeah.
taking off.
I joined in 2004.
Yeah, yeah. And it's funny is if anyone's a wrestling fan out there, there's this guy named Rob Feinstein. I don't know if if you ever heard of him.
I have.
Yeah, um, he co-founded a wrestling promotion, and he's been known for his wrestling interviews, and he got caught up. I remember hearing his response. Um, he I forget someone had called him to do an interview, and he was very um, he tried to play the innocent Carl. He was like I didn't know what was going on. I just showed up and I was just so confused and I was tricked. And he's one of those I was tricked guys. So and he got
Good
caught
Lord.
pretty early on. He was caught before the PJ thing, and it was a dude too. So I mean, not that it matters. It was a dude, but it's not a lot of gay wrestlers back then. Even though what they do is pretty. You're hugging a guy with tights on all the time. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out. So where when yeah. So now he's just doing. Oh, do you love Harry? Oh yeah. Why does Shakira have extra hip joints? It's weird yet hot. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, the hips don't lie. Oh man, this is how dated this is.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. He founded Ring of Honor, which still runs today. Yeah, the one he It is still running today. Very popular for the indie scene of wrestling. Yes. Let's see. I wonder if this was during spring break or something. Oh, yeah, I guess not. I got a snow day. Wink face. A snow day. Oh, that sucks. I didn't get no snow day. I'm surprised that he didn't. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't like question that, considering like you were right there at pretty much what, an hour and a half away, 2 hours away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I mean, I feel like when I was in Ohio, it seemed like the entire state pretty much got the same amount of snow.
Oh, okay.
Um, but I mean, that's here nor
But
there.
he should have, pushed
Yeah.
on that. He should have said, "Why didn't you get your snow day?"
Mm-hmm. Or been extra persistent and
Exactly.
looked up the weather in Dayton, Ohio. So it's on your mind. So just going on. Wish you were older. Love that one. Well, so I did this thing yesterday, and one of them, the guy was like, "I wish I was younger." Um, it seems like it's been 50-50 on that.
Yeah.
Some that want to wish they were either you were older or they were younger. Both equally as creepy. Yeah, so it just goes on and on and on. I just wanted to touch you. Jesus. Oh wow. He flat out just tells you straight up like,
Yeah.
I'm getting a divorce. Were you surprised when he said that?
No. I was like, I'd divorce him too.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true. It was 8 years of my life. Well, I'm married for 1.5, with her for 8. So he's been with the same chick since he was 18. Wow. That's a long time. Jeez. Huh. There for 8. Were you surprised when he told you that he was 26 and he had been there with this girl for 8 years?
Not really.
Mm. It's like high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like the first girl he met when he was in college. He married her. Huh. Oh man. I think yeah. Oh, do you have to move out? She is. She's. Oh, okay. But I have no idea. So he lived like they had. Was it like, did they show like a townhouse or something? Do you know?
Mm-mm. I don't know.
Hmm. Huh. Oh man. So I'm trying to get to all the good stuff. This is all. So I guess now the thing is, now it's going to get better because now he's. Yep. Yeah. Want to make out? JK. What? I love how he puts a JK in there every time, like it makes a difference.
Yeah. I was just joking.
Yeah, just kidding around. Right now, wait. Oh, jeez. Right now, I totally do. I totally do it. I can't drive, Sully. There you go. There you go, TT. She said Sully. Oh, look at that. Even better. He would pick her up and take her somewhere. That's even better.
Yeah, kidnapping.
Kidnapping a child. Like, what's interesting about Mr. Rutherford is that he doesn't like stop for a second to think like, what if this was one of the girls in my class? Like, how would I feel about that if this was a girl in my
Exactly.
class? Which is even, that just makes it worse. But Dayton, Solace. Making out with you would like totally turn me on. That'd be bad. He really does this bad boy, wannabe bad boy persona. He
Exactly.
really loves it, lives up that thing. So I'm wondering then, and it probably is true, that he tried to play out that fantasy in classrooms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Mm-hmm. He definitely towed the line the entire time he was there. inappropriate. Well, it's probably all inappropriate, but inappropriate versus just being a friendly teacher. Plus, already being horny when I get there, I'd have to pounce on you. Jesus. You like it that you turn? Oh man! So this, wow. Do you think he was gonna get like this extreme about it? I mean, he had. I guess like once he had said that he was getting a divorce. Did you think like, okay, this is probably where he's gonna turn up the dial to
Yep.
like 100?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is all textbook too.
That's very textbook.
Mm-hmm. Did you really? Did you think like you were gonna wake up and he was just gonna say, "Hey, I'm getting divorced. Now I'm horny for you."
Yeah. No, I did not.
You kind of just like sit back and relax, like, up. I don't have to do much anymore. He's just gonna do everything for
He'll
me.
self-destruct all by
Yeah,
himself.
adding it more and more on to himself. And yeah, because it's not going like, oh, I'll kiss and flirt. Now it's just like, I'm horny. I'll pick you up and let's
Yeah.
make out and pounce you. Man, I want you really bad right now. Oh man. So then now he gets into the I want you really bad stuff. If I wanted to take yours off, ooh, I could just be there by like 3. Wouldn't be able to stay long though. Give me your Addy and phone number. RC already wants to come over. I want you to take off everything. Ooh, Almond Joy. That's very risque. That's a little risque for my taste. A goth 13-year-old that goes to a Catholic school.
Yeah, well, she wasn't completely Catholic.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's not completely Catholic. She's gonna sin.
Yep.
She's gonna sin with Mr. Rutherford. Would you let me? Oh God. Oh, I don't want to read all this. I want to come up later. I'm supposed to go out with friends tonight. That's why I knew I wouldn't be able to stay long. Anyway, excuse me. Since it's like 2 hours up and back, they want to cheer me up. Yeah, they want to go all Sully and Smitty and Jay Ruthless and Brad and Chad and Blake and the rest of the gang want to cheer up old Ruthless and take him out and talk about what a bitch his ex-wife is and how they're gonna get all the girls and Ohio State's gonna win everything because Ohio State's the greatest thing in the world. That or Indiana because he's a Hoosier, even though they're not.
He needs to remember that Alabama is a lot better than his team.
Well,
Even if they lost the national championship.
Well, back in 06, they still had all those sanctions against them, so they were on the rise, but they still had some sanctions, which is crazy because they were so dominant forever. But they sucked in the 90s. The mid late 90s, they were terrible.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got to pull for my team even when they're not doing good.
True. That is true. You got to support them. Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't look too hot against Clemson.
I didn't mind them losing to Clemson because I actually graduated high school with Dabo Swinney.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Yeah. So if Alabama needs to lose to anybody, it needs to be Clemson, and then I'll be okay with it.
How was he in high school?
I was not a friend of his because he was a jock and I was not in that clique. Yeah. But he always seemed like a really nice guy.
That's cool. You were a goth girl. You were a Catholic goth girl. That's why you were able to play it so well. This is why you were able to play it so well.
Yep.
Oh, man. If you had me naked, I'd want more, right? I love this. I hate it, but I love it. What would you want to do? I mean, yeah, what? Yeah, I'd like to do it with you. Oh, you mean have You didn't say he said sex. You didn't say sex, but he said sex.
Correct.
That's a very Almond Joy with a slick talk. Incriminating and risque. What?
I was pretty good at it.
Yeah, very, very sly, very risque, but in a criminal justice way. That's funny. I like that one. Oh, so he's already now he wants the he wants a phone conversation to verify all that. Still on the phone. Yeah, my buddy Kyle. Crazy Kyle. It's, he's on the phone with Crazy Kyle. Crazy Kyle. Let's see. He does, yeah, 2 Jaeger bombs and Sully gets freaking nuts. Yeah, he does. 2 Jaeger bombs. Didn't Rutherford mention knowing about Dateline? Yeah, he had said he had seen. He's like, I seen one of these things.
Yeah, not in the chat, but whenever he walked in the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he knew about it. So did Chris ask Jim about going to a sports bar because that's a frequent activity for him? Well, I guess maybe he skimmed the chat and was briefed. I mean, so I guess that's a question too. How much? Well, I mean, you brought up these things, but how much was Chris briefed before, in terms of the chatting and everything?
Briefed for what?
Like when the guys come in. So, like, how much was Chris probably briefed on Mr. Rutherford before he came to the house?
No, he knew who he was because we had found out from him telling us about the church. He knew just about everything. He was briefed with, he had all the chat logs and first contact screenshots and things like that.
Okay. So he knew what he was gonna. Okay, that's good.
Yes.
I didn't know if he had just kind of was like skimming it, and then he was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll off cuff do it.
Yeah.
Ruthless Jay and the boys play drinking games in a bar where they punch each other's arms until they're numb, being loud and obnoxious and hoping the chicks are watching. That's Dead Horse, isn't it? I think it's called Dead Horse. I caught a Pence live chat. What's going on, Michael Mendoza? Rutherford is the type of asshole to hog the basketball machine at Dave and Buster's.
Yes, he is.
Oh, man. Oh, geez, that's funny. Yeah, there was a few times when he was given the wrong chat. That is true. That is very true. I don't know. I'm still horny. You got horny too? Yeah, silly. Oh man. Let's see. When your parents come home tomorrow night? How late? 11:05. Were there ever any people you chatted with that like didn't believe that, like being home alone as much as like
they would push to know why a parent would leave a child home alone. Usually things were, they're divorced and I'm at one or other's house, or I forgot where I was going with that. Sorry about that.
Oh no, it's okay. Or just like the predators pushing back because they want to know like why the kid's alone so much.
Yes, exactly. But you just, I had one that asked me that one time I think it was the Riverside Sting. I played a girl whose mother had recently moved there, and she was a scientist. So I would say that she worked up in the California Tech area around San Francisco, and that she left me home when she had to go there.
And someone was just like, I don't believe this.
Most people wouldn't have.
They're like, but I'm too horny to care, so I'm coming over with condoms and an apple pie.
They probably didn't notice.
Yeah, they didn't. They're just like, oh, home alone. That's sex. That means sex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I was even thinking about letting you see more, maybe on. So had you seen his cam by this point?
Yes.
It was just like him shirtless.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rutherford wanted to live cam with the house decoy. How'd that go down? They showed her, didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just kind of sat there. I thought there was a video where he slowly pulled his pants down to his dick root. Did he ever get any further?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone was saying that like he was getting close to showing his dick.
Oh, yeah, but he never did.
Oh.
He was too busy showing the detective in Indiana.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I guess you're too far away to see it. I mean, if you were a Hoosier, he'd get to see his hoo-ha. I guess.
Hmm.
Oh man.
And you can see right here, when it was decided they were going to use the decoy on site, I turned over the account to Dale Harvey,
Mm-hmm. And I noticed
and she took over from there. And then he saw the Dateline decoy on the webcam while Dale chatted as me.
Okay. And then you were saying that like she like Dell you and Dell obviously do not chat the same.
No, not at all.
Well, it's funny is the same thing happened with Meat Rocket 8, Mr. Refner. The same thing happened. I think someone named Lady Baltimore did the initial chat.
Yeah.
And then Xavier took it over, and and then his chatting is so like he was such an asshole to Meat Rocket,
Yeah.
but it worked. He loved it. He loved getting treated like shit. I think I don't know. Did the NBC did she flash her tummy? I think she
Her tummy, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he said he wanted to kiss her on it.
What does Almond Joy think about Chris Hansen describing PJ volunteers as experts at impersonating teenagers?
I think it's fine. At the time, we were really pretty good at being teenagers.
Sexperts. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it was the only thing we did. Yeah, we weren't out doing all these ancillary things. We were just the core group looking for the pedophiles.
That's very true.
Poisoning the well so others wouldn't come in.
That's true. Very true. Oh, good luck on that lady Sardonkinus. I can't say her name, but she has a job interview, so good luck for her. Yeah, Xavier bagged Refner after verbally abusing him.
He did what?
Xavier bagged Refner after verbally abusing him.
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, well, so I guess one thing that happened, the difference between like what happened with like you and Dell and Lady Baltimore and Xavier was that he switched the decoy like names, or they used different names. So it was a completely different decoy altogether. It wasn't the same girl. One interesting thing was that Xavier actually he never typed out the age. I think he had put up an age in like the profile or something.
Yeah.
But he never mentioned the age in the actual chat. So, which is interesting because when you watch knowing that information and watching his interview with the police, you can tell that they try to get it out of him, and he eventually does tell them. So I'm wondering, I don't know if you know this, but like if he had shut his mouth and lawyered up, well, he used his mom as his lawyer. Do you think there would have been a possibility he could have squeaked by? But because I think that Dell played the decoy at the house, and in cut footage that we don't see, she says her age behind the curtain or something. That's what Rutherford said. So I don't know if you have any insight to that.
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's just an interesting tidbit. If for weirdos like myself that I notice things.
Yeah, if we had a contributor not be able to continue a chat because it bothered them, or they were going to work or whatever, we would often exchange online profiles and take up the chat for them.
Gotcha.
It's not unusual.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know if there was like a briefing that needed to happen. Like, hey, I haven't said my age or yada yada yada. Like, mention the age. So, excuse me. So now this is
it's all talky here. My neighbor asked me to feed the dog, and she comes up with this crazy excuse to get a camera, and he believes her.
She does seem like she's very like passionate and very talky and engaging.
Yes.
I saw her like all through the entire the episode. She seems very like talky and engaging, and
Yes.
very passionate. Frag, Frag just seems like he's the captain of the ship, and he just loves that like command center feel. He's just kind of like perched in his chair, like talking to the walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Mr. Frag. I told you, right, that he's like a bodybuilder kind of guy that does stuff.
It's good for him.
Let's see. Well, you can download software. I know. Blah, blah, blah. So basically, all this is Dell. You had taken it. You hadn't.
Yeah.
Taken it over. What was the biggest reason for that?
I believe it was because they wanted to use the decoy on cam for the first time.
Yeah. And did that seem like it was a good option? I mean, it didn't seem like they did it that much after.
Yeah. I wasn't fond of it. Yeah, but I was just a cog, so it didn't matter what I thought. But yeah, I don't think it worked as well as they thought it was going to.
Why do you think that was?
I don't know.
Just like the decoy probably wasn't comfortable.
Yeah.
Being well, and then they tried it again in Murphy with the Dan Shrek guy with the Lewis Conrad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he was probably pretty irked after he was probably the last person to talk to him. Yeah. Battle stations. I remember. Yeah. Joey's TCAP channel wants to know what was it like working for Xavier, and go ahead and go ahead and tell a thought. I have to take this phone call with work. It'll take 2 seconds. So go ahead. I will be BRB. But yeah, that's one question that Mr.
How
Joey's
did I
TCAP
feel about working with?
What was it like working for Xavier?
Okay. Since it was such a idea that we were very passionate with, I didn't have a lot of run-ins with Xavier. We worked so well together. But all of the, I'm not friends with him outside of Perverted Justice.
Okay, sorry. Call is over. How fast it was.
Good timing.
So how was it working for him? I guess I missed it. I apologize. Oh, is my mic on?
You there?
Yeah, is my mic on? Okay. Yeah, so how was it working for Mr. Eric? I missed your answer.
It was okay. We worked together very well because of the combined passion of what we were doing. I don't know him as a friend.
Yeah.
Working with him wasn't that hard because I agreed to all of the stuff up front.
Yeah.
I knew it was a Big Brother-esque type operation.
Yeah.
And I knew that everything I did would be watched. But that didn't bother me. And so yeah, working with him as in the way I worked with him, he was a great guy.
That's good. It's good. Assuming as long as he's professional and everything, took care of his people. Let's see. Oh, so he's still trying to get on the webcam.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing all this for the webcam. Let's get to the good stuff.
Which Dell said she ninja'd a webcam.
She
ninja'd a webcam.
Oh, because did they know they were going to do one before they got to the house?
I don't know.
Huh. See, LOL. Oh, so now, oh yes, and then here it goes. Damn, you're really hot. Hey, you're there. Oh yeah, look at that. So they're going back and forth with the webcams. Okay, yeah, I remember this scene in one from the show. They're both back and forth, and I'm not there naked with you now. Why? I'm stupid. Yeah. So just go back and forth.
Yeah.
So were you able to see this live, or you had to wait till after the fact?
Oh no, I have to wait till it comes out.
Mm-hmm. Were you mad at Dell that she went and told these stories and was more vibrant and bubbly towards him.
I always loved her chats, but I just don't think me and her sounded alike at all.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why he should have known.
Yeah. So many reasons to know or have known.
Mhm.
Cause you're hot, haha. It's darker, but yeah. You want to see my tummy? Oh man, you missed his tummy, man. Did you see his tummy?
No, I saw it whenever. No, I saw it. He had his shirt off.
Mm. It's probably hot. Gosh. Yeah, it pretty much just goes on and on about the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just goes on and on and on. What's this? What's this like? Is this a picture she used?
I don't know.
Wait, she said she had a. Wait, huh? You have abs? Yeah, heck yeah. You think I'm hot? You're a babe. Hey, want to see my current favoriteest picture in the whole world? It's not of me, but it's awesome. Oh, so she. Oh, so she has pictures of a hedgehog. Oh wow. Are these her? Is this her hedgehog or something? Like,
It might be Dale's hedgehog.
wow. That's interesting. I wonder why she did that.
She really likes to play with the guys
She
like
likes
that.
oh, that's funny. That's funny. Let's see. Shin wants to know: Did you have to testify against Ruthless J? And
Yes. I didn't have to testify against him. I had to testify about the suppression of chat logs.
Mm-hmm.
He had tried to get them suppressed under anti-racketeering, something like that, and to get out of the charges.
Mm-hmm. And that obviously didn't work.
Oh no, he lost it. He lost the hearing and then pled guilty.
Why did he lose? Or was it just such a stupid case that he didn't have a
It
chance?
was because of our protocols and the way they are set up. There is explicit permission given for the chat logs. You know, it's like I know they don't belong to me; that they belong to Perverted Justice and Yahoo. And
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that.
Well, so basically, you guys just followed all the procedures and got the official blessing of the police force, anyways. So it's not like you were.
Oh yes, that's what it was. He was. He said he had a presumption of innocence, and that by me intercepting the calls, that I was violating the what is it? FCC regulations or something along that.
Oh, okay.
Anti-wiretapping.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, he tried to get him thrown out on wiretapping, but it didn't work.
That's funny. Wiretapping. Talking to a 13-year-old girl. Yeah, you're getting wiretapped. How come you get these crazy guys? You got Stephen Coates, who makes a song about you. You are a thought crime, and then you have Mr. Rutherford, who's saying that you talking to him is wiretapping, and he's innocent. I love it. I do love it.
They try to get things thrown out just for the hell of it.
Yeah, I guess
any way they can find.
I guess, yeah, they're just like, throw something, maybe it'll stick.
Mm-hmm.
Yap wants to know, did you ever write him in jail?
No.
Johnny, yeah, Johnny Utah asked about the whole him whacking off to a detective, but we had just talked about that one before. Clobbering wanted to know about the 100K per episode, and what your cut was. But I think we talked. It was you guys. It went to the actual
Yeah, we don't get a cut. It went to the foundation and the three founders, Dale, Xavier, and Bragg. I can't
Mm.
remember his name. They're the only ones that got money,
Mhm.
and they only got it for 3 seasons, and it went to the not-for-profit. I don't know what they spent it on,
Mhm.
but none of the anybody at PJ didn't accept any money. It was all
Mhm.
volunteer.
Hence fun. Yep. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Joey's TCAP channel says, you know, a few guys got off in Florida and California one, one, decoys would not submit their hard drives, and two, decoys gave their alias to court instead of their real names.
I would like to see the court papers on that because not telling your real name is against the doctrine that we signed with Perverted Justice. You always have to reveal your real name in court. About the lost hard drive, was that what was
Mhm.
asked?
I guess that they refused to submit the hard drives.
I wasn't involved with that. They may have. Um, I always was able, offered to give my
Mhm.
computer, but all they really knew is to do is mirror the hard drive.
Mhm. Well, Joey's TCAP channels is quite the vigilant citizen. I
Yes.
think he has access to this stuff. He says he can show you. Um, so um, this would been in Fort Myers, Florida, in the Petaluma stings.
Okay, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, yeah, we can definitely try to figure a way to make that happen. Um, and I just we'll figure that out. Maybe and that would definitely clear up some light, or give us a description or something that would give us a better understanding of how that would work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it works with a couple. Yeah, I remember a couple guys in the Fort Myers thing. Were able to get off, or whatever you want to say. Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
I'd like to see what Joey's got.
Mhm. Yeah, he's got some stuff. You'd be surprised how much he and some others have been able to uh, ascertain, so to speak.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he can just so he just all this fantasy talk about what he wants to do. Oh yeah, three guys. It was Thomas Moffat, Brian Gosling, and then Michael Willis.
I remember the Brian Gosling one.
The I don't have a last name. Wine coolers and look like an alien.
I think so.
It probably has been asked, but how do you feel about the charges against the Murphy Sting guys being dropped?
Um, I feel that it was the district attorney
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to prosecute because a friend of his got killed, or a friend of his killed himself, and
Yeah.
they wouldn't even take our evidence.
Mm-hmm.
They never even saw it to make a case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there's a lot of conspiracy going on, or I guess the talk, not conspiracy, but it's more talk of like how what was the ultimate reason for of like how what's his face Conrad was able to be forewarned that police were coming and everything. There was supposedly some cues from like neighbors or something, but people
Mm-hmm.
also think that maybe someone within law enforcement or the court system tipped him off, so he could try to get to wipe his hard drives and all that stuff.
That's what he was trying to do when they were at his front door.
Mm-hmm. Royceman in California, Moffat got off because he was leaving the scene and never entered the house. Jesus. Ugh, that's disgusting. Even though he was soliciting the girl to go with him to Walgreens. Yeah, he just goes on and does all this gross chat. So yeah, we can try to calm things down. It's already dinner time. So I mean, if anyone else has further Xavier answered that. So it's all as long so I love how so I remember he was Mr. Party Guy, so he's like, as long as I'm not hung over by tomorrow, I'm coming up. like a booty call, an underage booty call. I love it. Funny. Um, yeah. Conrad encrypted his computer before shooting himself. He said they sent a cop who was a friend of the DA out to his house first. Oh, okay, and that's straight from Saber's mouth. So it's
Hmm.
Saber's. Okay. So yeah, so yeah. Again, I'm learning things too. That's what happens when you're not part of the cool kids club. You'll get all the cool information. That's what happens when you're not IU Rutherford. You're a cool guy with a Corvette and a bunch of friends named Crazy Kyle and a hot bod and a hot rod. Yeah. Let's see. Have to take out my yeah. So all this, all this just ends up being. So do you have any additional notes? I definitely want to make sure you get all your notes and commentary in on your end.
No, I've got it in. I just wanted to show everybody how many times he had to opt out and how many times, he could have figured out what was going on and should have if he was a smart person.
Mm-hmm. And it's just to show how fast he. Yeah, I mean, this is all just like serials. It's just crazy to see how fast he was. He admitted he was a teacher. He was older, and his location, and she and you obliged her immediately as well, and didn't bat an eye. Hey, were you surprised that he was that forthcoming about all this information, considering he was a teacher of this
I
age?
was,
Yeah.
because, he was basically throwing shit to the wind.
Mm. Yeah, it's excuse me. Yeah, I was. It's surprising, like how. And why do you think he did it? Do you think it was just complete desperation, or he just was that careless and didn't
I
care?
think it was a little of both. He was that careless. All he could see was the 13-year-old Nookie,
Hmm.
and that's all he could see.
That's true.
He didn't notice the picture change. He didn't notice the chat change.
Hmm.
And he was told several times, you don't have to come.
Hmm. That's
But
very true.
I just think it was his obsession that he probably had while he was teaching his schoolgirls,
Hmm.
and he wanted to act out on it.
Yeah, he wanted to have an outlet or an avenue
Yes.
to take out. Um, what is your take on? I guess one of two things. What is your take on the marriage? Do you like just talking to him? Did you get a sense of like why you think they were getting divorced? Because he never really brings up why. Doesn't seem like.
Not really.
Mhm. He doesn't really elaborate. I mean, he
Mm-mm.
uses it as like a crutch, like, "Oh, poor me, I'm sad, I'm getting divorced," but he doesn't.
Exactly.
Which, but I think like, what I think also means that he was pretty much done with the marriage, anyways. I think if he was more sad and stricken by it, he probably would have at least elaborated more.
Yeah.
Or he was just probably too horny.
Exactly.
Hmm. Yeah, he is married again, so
Ugh, poor girl.
yeah, I think he's in Cincinnati. Yeah, I think I was telling you, like, I think like 6 degrees of separation. Um, I don't have. I deleted all my social media last night, but um, I think like we had mutual friends or something. Me and his wife. But that's neither here nor there. Um, let's see. Yeah, there was one guy from the Murphy sting that had like two prior rape charges or accusations. But I think he got caught up after a TCAP. The pool table guy. I bet Rutherford calls the waitress at B-Dubs over so she can hear Sully's hilarious Borat impression. Johnny Utah asked, "Did being a decoy make you celibate and or atheist?"
It's already an atheist when I started.
There you
And no, it did not make me celibate.
go. It just made you were able to use pickup lines, right?
Oh,
Use a little
yeah.
more pickup lines.
I was married, so it's not hard to pick my husband up.
Hey, I mean, spice it up. There's always ways to spice things up. But I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to be too. I don't want to. But there's lines in here. You could say to your husband, "Would like to see more of that tummy, if it's cool. If not, that's all you gotta say. Things like that."
Mm-hmm.
Or you can say, "You have no idea how pumped I am." Let's see. One of the most embarrassing moments for PJNBC and the cops was when they had to act fast to catch Conrad because he deleted his MySpace page and they were worried he was deleting evidence.
Yes, he was
Well,
actively deleting evidence.
yeah. Because I wonder if you got tipped. I mean, even before he got there, you got tipped off. Yeah.
Somebody had to have tipped him off,
Mm-hmm.
or he wouldn't have been trying to destroy all that evidence.
Mm-hmm. He knows me and Sully were hitting on a wife. That's funny. His new wife was a toddler during the Green Blue. Let's see. Heisenberg. Hey guys, been listening for a little while now. Yeah, thanks Heisenberg for joining up. Guys, I have bald beaver hunter pick rotating. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Too much, yeah. Pence banged Rutherford's wife. No, I remember seeing her picture, his new wife. I remember seeing her Facebook a long time ago. I never I forgot what friends we had in common or like what friends had in common. But yeah, there's definitely like circles that are similar. So we've all banged Rutherford's wife. That's funny. Are you sure Conrad was deleting evidence? I think. Well, he wasn't. He was encrypting. I think he was encrypting, and he was trying to like hide stuff and whatever. But who knows? I'm sure. I'm sure Joey knows something, or somebody knows something. Anyways, I'd love to see you in like your. Oh gosh. Oh, very, very. Yeah, he has a lot of like this guy is very fantasy driven in his class.
Mm-hmm.
All this adds up to like you should never be a teacher ever again because you clearly have fantasies of wanting to be with the girls in your class. And again, I'm trying my hardest to find someone that is a student of his. I have, again, FYI for everyone in here. My ex has friends that went to the school that he taught at, and probably the same age. So they probably knew this guy. So I'm trying to. I'm obviously not going to interview them because I'm not using my real persona on here. So I'm not going to. But I will try to get information. Information I will share. So, um, yes. So let's go to the end and we can wrap this up so we can all have some dinner. Oh, and I can make myself a very stiff drink or get more wine. I don't know if it's a wine night. Yeah, probably a wine night, even though the last night was a wine night. I'm already up. Contributor known to me, Del Harvey, contacting requesting that I accept a call known from da da da. Oh, so this is the phone verification.
Mm-hmm.
Ellen said he was not coming. Wow. That's crazy. Hey, were they expecting him to? Hey, look out your window! I have a surprise for you. Wow. He told me to meet him outside. He was on his cell phone, alone in his car. His voice sounded to have a small southern accent. Huh. That's interesting.
What were you asking about that?
No, it was just that he lied and said he wasn't coming, and then he just showed up. That's dangerous.
It's very dangerous. They weren't even set up for the day when he called.
Really?
They hadn't started, setting everything up. He showed up unexpectedly, off schedule.
It was the worst when those guys do that. Or it's the one guy that got so spooked and show up and got arrested. Anyways. Yeah. Let's see. I'll just take a hammer of the HD. Da-da-da. I bet Smitty still holds a grudge against Sully for hooking up with the one blonde chicken date. Yeah. That's funny. I'm making enchiladas for dinner. Who's coming over? I have lots of booze. I'm coming over for booze. I don't want to eat food. I can't eat food. I can just drink. Anyways. Other than every parent's worst nightmare. Rutherford is an interesting case. Old Jimmy wanted to fight the conviction. Did you write this one?
No, that's Xavier's writing.
Okay. Our lawyer, and there was preliminary hearing. The lawyer, apparently no fan of research, asked a question at the evidence suppressing hearing. Actual laughed at. Here is his question regarding our arrest as recounted by our volunteer. In fact, as far as you know, this has never been tested before, has it? Wow. Terrible lawyer.
Oh, he was.
Was this lawyer terrible?
He was. The judge actually had to say, I'm not going to try your case.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Told them to get their shit together.
Jesus. After James witnessed another episode of defense attorneys say the darndest things and lost the evidence suppression hearing, he decided that he didn't want to go the full trial. Probably a good decision. He pled and received the following: 45 days in jail, 40 hours of community service, $2,000 in court cost fines. Jeez. No contact with minors ever. No porn by any means. No drugs. No alcohol. Must submit to a DNA sample. 36 months of community control parole after he gets out, an extra year. Then other cases there. If he violates the terms or breaks any Ohio laws, he goes straight to the state pen for 9 months. Damn. The judge ordered indefinite sex offender counseling due to the poor results of his court-ordered psychological sexual offender evaluation. Wow. So I wonder that was probably due to the fact of him pouring his heart out to Chris and him pouring his heart out to the cops.
Yes, probably so.
Mm-hmm. Sex offender registration for life in Ohio, reporting for 10 years. So he's an RSO for life, but he only has to report for 10 years. So now
That's
he
what
doesn't
it
have
sounds
to
like,
report.
yeah.
Teaching English certificate in Ohio has been revoked. He's facing 7 additional felonies for child. Yeah. Enjoy life, James. And this is what our dear Joy, Almond Joy, said. Yeah, it was a married man chose to show up to molest a 13-year-old girl. Yeah, she probably did know the tendencies. So yeah, that is Mr. James Rutherford. Rauscheford. Yeah, that is Mr. Rutherford
In all his glory.
on all of his glory. Yeah, does anyone have any final questions for myself or Mrs. Joy, Almond Joy, before we sign off and have some dinner? Yeah, lady, I'm probably gonna go get myself a nice big bottle of red wine and drink my sorrows away. So I'm gonna do that. Ruthless J is the kind of guy who calls his mom by her first name whenever she pisses him off. I always do that. I don't call my parents by their mom or dad anymore. I just call them by their names because I don't. Now he's not even RSO. Predator. Predator. Yeah. I mean, he has competition, so yeah. Whoa. Oh yeah, there's his wife. Yeah, there it is. So, yeah. Let's see. Can Almond Joy give us a few bars of thought crime? The song.
No.
She indulged herself in too much thought crime as it is.
Exactly.
Let's see. Is there any predator that you feel sorry for?
Yes. There have been a couple.
You able to tell us who? Yes, no. Can you tell us?
Which ones?
Yeah.
No, I can't. Sorry.
Okay. Thought crime. Almond Joy with the joy leaves us with such a good note. Has Almond Joy watched many TCAP videos that people create?
Yeah, I've watched some of them.
Mm-hmm. And do you have a favorite content creator? do you have someone that you like watch the most, or you just like watch whatever pops up? Yes.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I said, is there someone do you have a favorite, or you just watch whatever?
No, I just watch whatever. It's usually, I look for it and then see something little that I hadn't noticed before.
Mm-hmm. Um. Oh, jeez, this guy is married, and I can't even hook up with Pence. I'm saving these lips till marriage, so I'll take your alcohol, but you will not take my innocence. Nicholas, I feel bad for Connor. He didn't die instantly. Oh, jeez. Thank you for watching, Knight. I appreciate that. And Shin's Koala, um, what would make you feel bad for a predator?
If they have a mental disability.
Okay. Are you familiar with the contraland sting?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I think those are pretty much got wrapped up on those questions. Yeah. So I do appreciate everyone coming on. I think we will be back again with what was his name? What was his name? If you are so able to and wanting to, what was his name? It was like need a friend to talk
Need a
to.
friend to talk to. That's yeah.
Yes. Mr. John, whatever his name is. Yeah. So let's do this guy next,
Okay.
if possible. Yeah. And yeah, let's see. Yeah, no, yeah. So of course, yeah, I appreciate everyone coming on. Again, Almond, always a joy, always an almond joy, to hear the insights and just have a good time and relive the moments of talking to these bad men, especially Mr. Ruthless J and whatnot. So again, I appreciate everybody coming on. I do appreciate Almond Joy coming on. Excuse me. We will be back with Mr. Daniels. I think it was Daniels' last name at some point, and also I think I might have another interview lined up with the Tetrad Core operative. So maybe that'll be coming up. So yeah, again, I hope everybody has an awesome evening. And again, everybody, thank Miss Almond Joy. If you're in a public library with your pants down, get up, a round of applause. You're at your house with your pants off, whatever. Applaud Miss Almond Joy for everything she's done, not only talking to us, answering our questions, but also everything she's done for justice and getting men like these guys off of the streets. So again, everyone, I hope everyone has a great evening, and this is Mike Pence and Almond Joy signing off.